This is Anna from Koala Soap, and I am back to do, for once, I'm going to be early with doing a holiday soap. We're looking at a St. Patrick's Day soap, and I had Kaylin again pick out the colors. She picked out another 3 interesting colors for St. Patrick's Day, so I asked her why these particular colors, and I'll tell you why in a second. So this one is Green Jade from Stardust Micas. This one is Bronze Age from Stardust Mica. So, okay, so the green I get, the pot of gold I get, and then there was this orange, and this is called Blood Orange from Stardust Micas, and I asked her, why the orange? Where does that come in? And she said, well, her leprechaun that I gave her had orange hair. So there you go. I trust her. We saw what she did with the carnival soap, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to melt everything down. I have, as usual, because it's 3 colors, I need 1 clear, and I need 1 shea butter melt and pour soap base. This is not raw shea butter. This is melt and pour shea butter. And then I have crystal clear glycerin melt and pour soap here. I have about 2.5 ounces in each of these 6 cups because we know that this is going to take approximately a little over 20 to 24 ounces. I'm going to be using monkey farts, and I use about 5 mLs per pound, and we have a little bit over a pound, so this is about 6 mLs of monkey farts that's going on here. I have a new electric infrared thermometer. We'll see how it works. So let's go ahead and get everything melted, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we have everything melted, and what I try to do is I try to put 1 clear and 1 opaque right next to each other so that I don't make a mistake. I have the puppies here, so if it gets a little loud, you will hear it. I will try to cut it out. So we're going to mix the green first. I already have alcohol in my bath bomb. So I have I guess I put about maybe 5 mLs in each of these, only because I have to put it into 2 cups. The alcohol will burn off, it will evaporate off. You'll also notice me start to add the fragrance oil in. I'm going to add a little bit into each of these cups, okay? So first we'll start with the bronze. Okay, so we have everything poured. I'm a little worried that the bronze and the orange are a little bit too close in color to each other for us to really notice the difference, but we'll find out. I've been wrong before about this. I poured at a very low temperature, and I had to pour kind of fast. My phone rang, and then everything started to set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool down. I'm going to let this dry a little bit more inside here so it's a little bit more of a skin. And then I will peel that off and we will add it here. That way no soap will get wasted. The puppies are behind me and they're starting to get a little rambunctious, so I need to feed them too. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this set. We'll be back And then in case any of you have any questions about how much I added and all that, I'm going to actually refer you to my website, because I'm actually trying to put down all the exact measurements, because I've had people say I want a more step-by-step instruction and all of that. So I'm trying to do that. It takes a little bit of time, so I'm hoping that I will have this recipe on koalasoap.com. Hi, baby. By the time this video goes up. Anyway, we will be back. So I did the other 5 cups, but basically what I did here is I just peeled the skin up and I just put it in there. As you've seen, we're going to put it all together. Before I start meshing this up, I'm going to go ahead and warm. This is 5 ounces of shea butter, melt and pour soap base. I'm going to go ahead and get this melted so that while I'm working with this, this can cool down. Okay, so I go ahead and have my gloves on. This is hot right now. I think it's probably above 190. So that's great. We can let that set off and cool down while we're working with this. I'm not going to put any fragrance oil in there. I kind of dispersed it through the 5 cups because, as you saw in the middle of the video, I forgot to put it in. And so what I did was I just added it before I poured the other ones. There's more than enough fragrance oil in here, so I'm pretty happy with that. So we're just going to go ahead and peel this up now. And we're just going to go ahead and start molding it. And there's no right way or wrong way to do this. You just go ahead and, to your heart's desire, you just go ahead and mesh it up, and it's probably a little bit relaxing to watch too. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some music again. It's good to be back. It's good to hear from you guys. I never stopped getting emails. It was just a rough year last year, and we're getting back on top of things. The puppies we lost our Chewbacca, which you guys have seen in the videos. He had cancer, and yeah, he passed. So it was rough. So yeah, we got these 2 so they'll never be alone, hopefully. But they're a lot of work, as you can imagine. So they keep me busy, and they are crazy, but they are absolute loves. So let's go ahead and cue the music, and we'll just go ahead and start molding this. So I have this down to 145 right now, which is a good temperature. I didn't want to do it too hot, because what will happen is it will muddy the color. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is poke my little holes so I can make sure that all the soap gets in there. And then I just want to make sure I have good holes here. So just use a skewer or a chopstick and just poke your holes in, and then pour your soap slowly to fill in all the nooks and crannies. Looks like I'm going to need a couple of ounces more, so we're going to do more, maybe 2 more ounces of soap. So I will be right back. I will pour the soap, and the next time you see us, we will be ready to cut. Okay, so I've already unmolded it, and actually it looks pretty good. She's probably done it again. Okay, so there's a long slide and a short side. The long side is going to measure 4, so you can get 4 nice 1-inch cuts, and I think the short side is like 3.5 or 3 3/4 or something like that. So we will go ahead and cut the first one. Oh, that is pretty. That is pretty. I knew she would do it. So when you take this off, you can't like twist it like you would if it was a straight blade. You have to actually peel it off. There you go. The back is still pretty. So the back is not, it doesn't have the wave on it yet, because I have to do that separately. But yeah, it does look really good. It's actually really pretty. It looks like a combination of our rose gold and like a spring. It's just pretty. It smells good too. Still a little warm because I can still feel it's warm inside. This is actually really pretty. It's very earthy. It looks really nice. Okay, so I will have this recipe up on the website, koalasoap.com, and the video will be there too, and it'll have the exact measurements. One of the things that I haven't used, well, I haven't made a video in a while, so I forgot what the measurement was of the square mold. It's about 24 ounces. And so what I did was I basically did those 3 colors, and that equaled, I think it was like, I don't know, I think it was like 15 or something. I have to actually do the calculations. But regardless, what I did need was 7 ounces of the white shea butter melt and pour. So that is why I was short. So the recipe will be exact on the website. But again, it's always just, you can always be a couple of ounces off just because it just happens to go that way. But what you do is you just pour it in your pink mold and you save it for later. I usually don't add fragrance to that, what I pour in, for that reason. So that if I have melt and pour left over, it doesn't have a fragrance in it, and it's just easy to go ahead and remelt it for the next project. So there's still no waste. Anyway, it's great to be back, and I hope you love these soaps. Don't forget to visit me on koalasoap.com, and you have a really wonderful week.